All right, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Uper Farmer Cigar Garage Talks. How's everyone doing? Doing pretty good. I got to do the formalities first because I had this fun cigar. Take a look at this sucker. It's called the Psycho 7. I kind of zoom in there for a second. Look at that. Little chart there. It's got this enormous large band on it. And then it's got a smaller normal band right here. I was going to take the big band off. I'm going to take it off now. Before I lit it up and then just kind of show the band off, but I decided, let's just leave it on. There's the large band there. See if we get to zoom in a little bit. Pretty cool little prescription there, a little RX. Pretty neat how it actually lights up the tobacco, the prescriptions, the tobacco, the blend, the filler, where it came from. And then still a pretty cool, come on, zoom in. Pretty cool normal band. Nothing real frills or thrills. Good cigar, good Maduro, dark cigar. Good though, I'm enjoying it. Of course, we have our delicious chocolate pudding bread. And since this is recorded during the Lenten season, I'm doing my, what I'm calling virgin hard cider. Apple juice, a little bit of water thrown in there. So first off, the title, yes, is very clickbaity. I'll explain that here in a second. I am not shipping off overseas. I'm not going to take up any contract medic jobs. Just so everyone knows, that was clickbait. I don't always like to do those ones, but, you know, sometimes they're kind of fun to put out there. One more piece of news before we get into the topic tonight about the article or the title of this video. This will hopefully be the last Cigar Garage Talks I will have to do. That's powered by, you can see my friend over there, the propane heater, and I have a kerosene heater. I am in the process of installing a wood stove out here. So hopefully this will be wood heated. It'll give a much better heat, a much more consistent heat, and it'll be a lot cheaper to run and to heat this garage than with this kerosene and propane. So let's talk about tonight's topic. I don't like to get political here. Well, I do, but I don't like to get overly trendy and political. Again, I'm not trying to get the most clicks, the most views. But tonight there was an article in EMS 1, which isn't the best journal out there, shall we say. They do their best. They do a really good job. They do a lot of opinion pieces, though, where it's more people talking about their opinion than they do like facts-based, like GEMS or other medical journals out there. But I do like their stories, even the ones that are just opinion-based. And I'll do the actual name of the article, but it's something to the effect of firefighters, EMTs leave to serve in Ukraine. And that's been in the news, the war going on. Yes, I do believe we're in World War III right now. Whether it's actually been declared or not does not change the fact. So this article is talking about people who feel they need to go sign up and go be performing EMS over in Ukraine. Really on the battlefield, treating refugees. A lot of them, they said, are going to be stationed just at the border of Ukraine, taking refugees as they exit the country into safety, while others are going into the heart of it, going right into the heart of combat, into the heart of battle, to actually help people in the front lines. I'm going to be honest, there is a part of me that's jealous and wants to join up, wants to join them, wants to go volunteer. Get involved in the action. Thankfully, that part of me is extremely small. It's back from the throwback days when I was young and dumb. Because I understand and I kind of know that is a young man's dream, if you will. a young man's passion to want to be back in the thick of it, helping people and risking your life. EMS is this weird profession. I once was talking with a gentleman during a conference. He was a therapist. He was taking EMS classes because he wanted to get involved with the CISM team, the team that does the critical stress debriefings after incidents. He felt called to dedicate his service to helping first responders. He had helped out nurses and doctors. He saw a need in his community for help with fire, EMS, and police. So he was going to different conferences and trainings. He sat down, and my class was industrial safety. Loved the class. He asked if we can kind of talk afterwards, and I said, yeah, I'd more than be happy to talk with him. I talked about safety stuff, gave him some resources. He was telling me about his plan of what he wanted to do. And he talked about how he was very discouraged, getting to know some of these providers. He's great people. Honestly, some of the nicest, most down-to-earth, most caring people he's ever met. But he was getting discouraged by, he said every single EMS provider he met, he firmly believed was at least a little suicidal. I kind of got a chuckle out of that. We both did. And he says, no, it's true. He said, you guys run towards danger. You go towards dangerous scenes. He's like, but worse than that, he said, you'll see, you almost want to put yourself in harm's way. If it's a dangerous assignment or a dangerous call, you get more excited than if it's just one of those mundane, routine calls, the dumpster runs, as they're sometimes called in EMS. You pick them up and you dump them off. So he said it's something he's seen with fire, EMS, and police, especially the newer, the rookies, the rescue randies, as some of us like to call them, where they want to put their life in danger. They want to be in harm's way. They want to be, staring down the end of that proverbial gun, waiting for it to go off. And he told me he was bewildered. He couldn't believe that people would willingly want to put themselves in that kind of danger, that types of harm's way, and they call it a profession, right? He said even beyond just, you wanting to go on these dangerous calls, these technical calls, these difficult calls. He said beyond that, he said, you abuse your body. You go for 12, 24, 36. I told him our schedule was upwards of 48 to 60 hours that we'd sometimes work. Mixture of primary and on-call and transfer duty. He said, that's insane. He couldn't even imagine wanting to do that. And the people he talked to said, no, that's how I want it. That's how I prefer it. I prefer it to be that crazy, that difficult, that many hours, that stressful. I don't know what's wrong with us, honestly. It must be something wired. Maybe it's the training we put ourselves through, the training we go through that makes us want that excitement, want that adventure, want that danger. I can definitely tell you now that I've worked a desk job going on 2 years now. I want it. I want that danger. I want the excitement. I want to run some calls. I want to feel the rush of adrenaline coursing through my body again. I want to have to make those split-second decisions where life and death literally hinges on my ability to make the right call. It's still there. I get why these kids want to go over there. Talk about knowing you're making a difference. Now, truthfully, they're probably going to be dealing with a lot of chest pain. I stubbed my toe. I just don't feel good. I feel sick. Now, granted, they're going to be dealing with their gore. They're going to get the blood, the guts. They're going to get shot at. They're going to have people try to kill them and blow them up and all the other good stuff in life. It's interesting. Now, I met some veterans who are the same way. But you don't see as many people who are, I want to sign up and go fight. I want to go see it, right? I just want to go see it. I want to see death and destruction. No, these guys want to help. They want to make a difference. Again, there's something just bizarre about being an EMS. I mean, you don't see any accountants wanting to go over there and help with accounting, or coders. Right now with the hacking attempts that are happening and the infrastructure problems, you don't see coders who want to rush over there and risk their life to help them, fix their code. You don't have linemen lining up at the border to go fix their electricity, or nuclear engineers. But the article I read, and a few other articles I've read when I was researching this, talk about how there are thousands. A couple hundred have already went over. They estimate there's 1,000 to 2,000 EMS, fire, EMT, paramedics, providers who are trying to actively get deployed over there, actively seek a position over there. Get into a war zone. We really are. There's always the adage, EMS. How can you tell someone is an EMS? Because they run towards the danger, right? They run towards the fire. They run towards the car accident while others run away. Talk about that on steroids. Here you are, a war zone, and you literally have these providers literally running towards it, spending their own money, thousands of their own dollars, to get plane tickets, to get ferry rides or some sort of transportation over to a battle zone, a war zone. And not just any war zone, a war zone that's being fought by an enemy who uses stuff like the barogenic bombs and rumors of possibly using chemical or biological warfare on top of this. Or worst case scenario, nuclear. Having nuclear power plants have been compromised and limited access to resources, extremely limited access to resources. These EMTs and medics going over better be the most resourceful mofos there are. Hopefully they read up on all their wilderness medicine books and how to use plants and trees and improvise tools and understand the principles behind them. Like I said, I can't say I wouldn't do it. There's a part of me that wants to. There's a part of me that might have read that article 2 or 3 times. It's that part that I can't explain to someone who's not in EMS. For those of you watching this who are in EMS, you know what I'm talking about. You want to go too. You've thought about it, at least a little bit. Maybe some of you even started on the process, started filling out the paperwork. Why? To help. Well, there are people to help here. I want the adventure. You can get adventure here. Truth be told, we're just wired weird. It's the only thing I can think of. Only way I can explain it. So anyway, put your minds at ease. No, I'm not going to Ukraine. I'm not going to be going into the war zone. I had my fill of all that fun and adventure. I'm going to stay home and be with my family. Kind of watch the horizon, as they say. But is there a part of me that wants to? Hell yes. There is definitely a part of me that wants to sign up, that would love to go volunteer and head out there. Will I? No. I know myself too well. Anyway, if you are heading over, Godspeed. Stay safe, keep your head down, help as many people as you can, and keep moving. For those of you who aren't, Godspeed, stay safe, keep your head down, help as many people as you can. Stay safe out there. See you on the next one.